Hello everyone, this is Abhijit here from Abhinam Chess Academy, and we are back with a new series. This time we are starting a new series of traps. There will be a series of videos. Each video would be covering four traps of different openings. So let's start with series one rather than talking much. Traps are very interesting part of the chess game. You should not play traps, but at least you should know traps that you should not fall for the traps. And playing traps was sometimes for fun with the clubs at the intermediate level. It's always a fun. So our first trap is in the Caro-Kann defense from the white side. So let's begin. White plays e4, black plays c6, white plays d4, black plays d5, and white plays knight c3, black plays d cross e4, knight cross e4. It's a classical Caro-Kann open. So knight d7. There are two main variation. One is bishop f5 and it's 97. So white plays queen e2, black plays knight gf6, and I would like here to pause the video and think for a minute and think of the best move. Yeah, that's the best move is in d6 is checkmate. A very interesting mate. It's a very popular mate using the pin that is made in the Caro-Kann. So we are through the part one, first puzzle of the part one series of traps. Let's revise it. E4 c6, d4 d5, knight d7, queen e2, knight gf6, and knight d6. Let's go for the second puzzle position. The second position comes in the Petrov defense, and this is from the black side. So white plays e4, black plays e5, white plays knight f3, black plays knight f6. This is called a Petrov defense. Normally it is to be replied by n6, but nf6 was a popular variation. Vishy and Michael Adams used to play a lot earlier in some years. So knight e5. Now the best move here is to play the pawn d6 and the knight goes back to the f3. But black, it's interesting to play the trap. So knight c6. Knight c6, pawn c6, and e5. So now black plays ne4, white plays d3, still attacking the knight, and black here sets a trap by playing bishop c5. Now white takes the pawn, knight with the pawn, and now comes the trap. I would really like you to pause the video for a minute and think about it. Okay, so the best move here is bishop f2 check. Now, say for example, if the king takes it, then black can take the queen and black will be queen now. So white will move the king ahead to try support the king, but then comes the other, and then you get the king. So it's the Petrov's second trap. Let's revise the oh e4, e5, knight f3, knight e6, and knight c6. Knight takes, d takes, e5, and e4, d3, bishop c5, d cross e4, then bishop f2, then bishop g4, and the queen is. Let's move to our third position, which comes from Queen's Gambit Decline. Queen's Gambit Decline is a very famous opening, and this is a very good trap you might get if you play the Queen's Gambit opening. You might get the opponents in this. Normally, if you play c6, if opponent plays c6, it's called the slave opening, and if you play e6, it's called the Queen's Gambit Decline, and if you play e5, it's called the Albin Counter Gambit. So let's just stick to this. So knight c3, knight f6, bishop g5 and bd7, cd5, ed5. And now white was happy, and white was thinking that he gets the pawn for free. And he was so happy that he thought about let's take it. But this is where the black sets the trap. White takes it, and now black is in problems. I would like you to think for a minute. Okay. Black plays an interesting move. Knight takes knight, and he gives up the queen, and white was so happy playing this, so he took it. Now black gave a check. White is only one way to put the queen back. Now bishop takes, king takes, and king takes. And now black is one minor piece up, so he's 3 points up in the game and he's winning the game. So let's revise the game. d4, d5, c4, d6, knight c3, knight f6, bishop g5. You can play this trap. It's very good at the intermediate and the club level. You can telling the opponent your pawn is gone, but here comes the trick. You're a piece. So let's move to the last position of this part 1 and let's see how it works out. So the last trap is about the Ruy Lopez Mortimer variation. It's a very interesting variation. This is also from black side. White plays e4, black plays e5, white plays knight f3, black plays knight c6, white plays bishop b5. Now black plays nf6, white plays d3, protects the pawn, and now comes the in trappy mode knight d6. Now white is happy that he is getting the pawn, so white takes the pawn, but now black plays c6. Now white thinks he's a fool, so he plays knight c4. He's thinking that he will go for knight d6 checkmate, but black removes that mate. So white plays bishop a4 and the knight is trapped. He's fooled the opponent to come into the fork. So let's revise the position. e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5, knight f6, d3, and e7. Now knight e5, c6, trap, giving it a threat. Now knight d6, bishop a4. This is called the Ruy Lopez Mortimer trap. So here we are with the 4 positions of the opening trap of the part 1 of the series of traps. I hope you like the video. Do share your feedbacks and do let your inputs. Kindly like, subscribe and share the video. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.